video in a new series I am calling Cent-sible Chic. Sensible, like, you know, money. I wanted to create a series on my channel incorporating things that I love, use, and adore that are absolutely accessible and affordable. Something that whether you're 16 all the way up to 86 years old, you can afford these things. You can run out to the drugstore, Walmart, whatever, what have you. Even some online places that you can only order, like some drugstore priced things that are only exclusively online. I've tried them and I'll give them my stamp of approval. I may be using some of those types of things as well. I wanted to keep my channel kind of well-rounded. So I've been doing a lot of hauling lately, a lot of hauling of some higher end things, the Sephora VIB sale, there's going to be a MAC haul coming up, a luxury haul coming up, and I love makeup of all different price ranges. Like, I don't favor something just because it's super cheap or super expensive. Like, if it's a good product, I like it, or I will only recommend to you good products that I like. It doesn't matter the price, is I guess what I'm trying to say. It's just whether it's good, you know what I mean? So I wanted to incorporate affordable products on my channel and keep my channel kind of well-rounded that way. Now, no matter what, I will not just make a drugstore video for the sake of drugstore to recommend all crap. I will only recommend things to you that I've tried and used and loved. So I wanted to recreate a look. A couple of you had requested I recreate a kind of like a taupey eyeshadow look that I had worn a couple weeks ago in my Friday Loves, where I was wearing like the brown shirt and the curly hair and all that stuff. A lot of you had asked for me to recreate that, and that is definitely like a look anybody can wear. It's very just neutral eye, and then we're going to do some other things. So today's video I'm excited about because it is all products I love, use all the time, and would definitely recommend to you. Like my most used, most loved things at the drugstore. Another thing I wanted to say was I really appreciate you guys, and I'd appreciate if you would thumbs up this video, subscribe, stay a while, share this with your friends. I appreciate you, and if you can do that for me, I just love it. All right, let's get into this. I love when the birds join us. I just absolutely love it. It just makes putting on makeup so much more enjoyable. So first thing, I already did my brows because my brows, they're not cooperating with me today. However, they're a little thick, but I made them thick because they need to be waxed again. So for my primer, I'm going to use two actually. I really enjoy the baby skin. It is kind of greasy, but I find it really does get rid of my pores. Just go a lot less than you think because it's quite greasy, and a little goes a long way with this. But I like to put it in through here and then in between my brows where I have a serious colony of pores. It's like disgusting. Then the rest of my face, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Revitalift Moisture Blur. Now if you're super greasy, you don't get this one, get the original, which is very similar and kind of silicone-y like, it's kind of silicone-y, but it's like stiff. It's like tough. I like this one myself, so there you go. So anyways, how are you guys doing? The flu has officially left my house. Thank goodness. What a terrible, terrible thing. I hate the flu. I was out of commission, and I am a person who has a lot of energy. Can you tell? And so when I'm out, it sucks because there's so much stuff that just gets put on hold, and then, you know, you got to spend the rest of your week when you get better catching up. But my husband has been so super awesome. I have the best husband in the world, guys. I need to rave about him more. He never knows because he doesn't watch my videos, but he was cooking up a storm while I was sick. And the weirdest thing is I had the flu and I didn't really have an appetite, but then I had one. And so he made cherry cobbler for dessert. Let's start with dessert because that was the best part. This is almost gone here. And then he made chicken pot pie minus the chicken, and that was only because we had, he made chicken salad for lunch, and so I was like, well, I don't really want to have chicken again for dinner because I had bought a rotisserie chicken prior to getting sick. And so he made the most amazing curry chicken salad, seriously. Like, he is a guy who will look up a recipe and follow it, and he's just so good at that. And then he made, let's see, he made chicken pot pie. What else did he make? He made something else. All I know is he was cooking up a storm. With a little urging, he swept and scrubbed my floors for me. I do not like when my floors that I walk on in my house feel like sandbox. My two absolute favorite foundations from the drugstore, I love and recommend them both. The CoverGirl 3-in-1 Stay Fabulous. This actually lasts. I have a couple other ones from the drugstore, but they do not last on me. They're great for like 4 hours, but any more than that, they don't last. I love this stuff, but my newer love recently that I actually think is madder than this for sure is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. So I love both of these foundations. I think they both last. They both look really great on the skin. So I'm going to use this one today because this is a newer one and it's been my most recent obsession. And I just love how it truly stays demi-matte all day long. I did do a demo and review on this. I'll link that below if you missed it. It's another get ready chit chat type of thing like this. But I'm really loving the finish on this. I love how it stays matte because the CoverGirl one on me, even though I think it's kind of marketed to stay matte, it doesn't stay very matte on me. It gets kind of dewy throughout the day, but I'm really, really digging this one, and I can't quite stop using it. This next product, I seriously think is amazing, and it's like $2.50. I see that is on, you can get it at Walgreens now, or at the LA Girl website. It's the LA Pro Concealer, High Definition Concealer, looks like so. I'm in the shade Classic Ivory. This stuff is so good. It is so good, and it is so cheap. Like, I have some other concealers that definitely cost like a lot more than this, but for me, this works great. So I've been digging on this, and I would definitely recommend checking this out. It's really, really good coverage, and you just kind of squeeze it out like so, and then just kind of draw it where you want. I think I'm going to do a little bit like that today. I've even kind of been doing a little bit of like cream highlighting with this because it's a lot lighter shade, so I'll do a little bit down the bridge of my nose here, a little bit here. Oh, this is a good look. Anybody who doesn't normally like see you do your makeup would think, what in the world? Like, they would think we're getting ready to do a powwow or something, you know? Because, like, yeah, it's kind of silly. So anyways, I've been really loving this concealer, and for $2.50, like, seriously, just try one. You're not out anything. It blends so nice into the skin, and as you can see, I just keep rolling with my beauty blender here. It's just been kind of turned into a habit of mine. Sometimes I like to get fancy and use a bunch of different brushes, but other times I use my beauty blender for my foundation, I use it for my concealer, and I'm about to use it for my loose powder. I mean, come on, look at this. Look at this. It's such good coverage. I mean, come on, you can't even, I should have probably zoomed you in that close earlier. Sorry. Okay, speaking of, ooh, that was weird. A bird just like hit something and flew off. For my powder, I have been really loving this stuff, and I had never heard of this, which is crazy because it's been around, it says, since 1935. But my friend Amy gave me this, and it's the Airspun Loose Powder. I really like this stuff. This particular one is the translucent extra coverage one. I think this is on Amazon or Walgreens, maybe CVS. Anyways, this is, you should buy one of these and then somehow figure out how to share it, because this is a ton of powder that lasts forever. So I've been loving this to set my face, set my under eyes and stuff, and I just dip my beauty blender in it like that. It does smell like your grandma's makeup. It really does, which I kind of like, because it's a little bit of that, you know, that feeling of, what's the word, nostalgia or whatever. So I just take my beauty blender, just kind of take a little bit of powder, set my under eyes, and whew, it is perfumey. Just so you know, it almost makes me want to sneeze. But I like it. It doesn't get cakey. You just take a little bit, set everything in place here. So I washed my favorite brush that I love to use to bronze up my face. I've been using this since I discovered that I owned it. It's the Real Techniques Multitask Brush. It looks like this. This is my all-time favorite brush to use to bronze up my face. I love it. I'm obsessed. And my favorite bronzer from the drugstore, I've tried the NYC Sunny. I didn't like it. It was too orange for me. And what other ones have I tried? I think that's it. This is the only one that I own from the drugstore, so but I like it. It's nice. It's the Jane bronzer. Now, unfortunately, they do not sell this at Ulta anymore, so you can only get this at their website, unless you look on eBay or Amazon or something. I don't know why they pulled out, but they did. So anyways, the one I have is Inspire. I think I probably would have went a shade darker in the summertime. This works fine in the winter, but the darker one just has more, it has a different tone to it. So I think all of them are very good. If you're really dark skinned, then I would go with the darkest bronzer. But anyways, the other ones are all, you know, just very wearable. But I love this brush to bronze up my skin. It's so soft and fluffy. It's not too dense. You know, you can just get a really good bronze on. It's really easy. This brush you can pick up at Ulta. I love it. So you can just kind of tip it on its side like that and just kind of focus in the hollows of your cheeks a little bit there. I just love it. This bronzer creates a really nice bronze look. It's not too orange, you know, and I really enjoy it. I think if you are looking for something around that $10 or less mark, definitely check out the Jane ones. There's also, the Jane also has really nice eyeshadows. All the ones that I have quite a few, are really nice. So if, you know, they're a little spendy, in my opinion, for the drugstore. I think they cost more than Makeup Geek, but they are nice. So let's just keep rolling with the face here. I'm doing things completely different today, but that's okay. We don't always have to go in order, do we? My favorite blushes that you can just readily go out at the drugstore and pick up. I've tried quite a few, and the ones that I say are the best are the Milani blushes. And today, since we're kind of have like a springy look, I got the cutest, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, kimono. It's a kimono. It has lace detail. It's really long, from Charlotte Russe. I will have this link below for you guys because you need this. Just, kimonos are in. Charlotte Russe has a ton of really cute ones, but I am loving the blue in this. So anyways, there's like pink, and so I painted my nails pink. We're going with the pink blush. And this one is called Pink Delicioso. Delicioso, it looks like that. And at the drugstore from e.l.f., you can pick up this blush brush. It's kind of flimsy. In fact, it feels like the handle's going to fall off, but it's like $1 or $3. I love this thing. It's kind of tapered, so you can use it to, you know, contour if you want, or I actually have used it for highlight. But for applying blush, it's really nice, especially with these really pigmented ones. I like to just put a little bit on and then tap it off and just kind of lay my color on where I want it first and then blend, because these are very pigmented, especially this pink one here. And you can get clown face really quickly. So I like to build up my color instead of starting with a lot of color. And I just like to kind of tap it and then blend it back. Oh, so beautiful. They're just a really amazing quality blush. You get a ton of product for like a $5.99. And they stay on your cheeks too, you know. Definitely recommend the Milani blushes. If you've never tried them, definitely check them out. I love this highlighter. All-time favorite highlighter from the drugstore, hands down. Looks like this. Super, super sexy, cute packaging. Reminds me of some of the packaging from Victoria's Secret, like with the lace and the flowers and the little cute little bow detail. But you can use this bronzy part to kind of sculpt your face or as a like highlighter. But this I'm going to use today, the lighter of the two. It comes with a brush and like instructions on how to like sculpt out your face using this product. Physicians Formula did an amazing job. I like a lot of things from Physicians Formula. Not everything, but this, hands down, absolutely love. And my favorite brush to apply highlighter, since I bought it, is the Wayne Goss brush number 2. It looks like this. It is so soft, guys. I can't even with how soft this is. This highlighter is amazing, and it is from the drugstore. Oh my, it's so pretty. So it doesn't matter what complexion you are, because if the bronze is too dark and the other one's too light, mix them together. Like, I absolutely loved it. Love it. And I'm applying it in a C motion. I learned this from watching Laura Geller apply makeup on her clients. She likes to do like a C motion. And then from watching, I I don't know who it was, J-Lo's makeup artist. She likes to put highlighter here on J-Lo and a little bit down the bridge of her nose. So you put it where you want. If you're super oily, you're like, girl, I am not putting highlighter in my oily area, then don't. But I just like to. Oh, I can't. I just put a lot on. Oops, we're gonna have to blend that sucker out. It's just so gorgeous. I just can't stop. I just go crazy. I love this finishing powder. It is the Radiant Finishing Powder by NYX. This stuff is awesome. It's a dupe for the Bobbi Brown one. I've been loving using this brush too. It is not from the drugstore, Chelsea. Gosh, I can't talk. I feel like when I get on here, I think of the next word, and then I take the first letter of the next word I want to say and put it in front of the current word I'm trying to say, and it sounds like I can't speak, but I can. I just have a million thoughts running through my head that I want to tell you all the time. The Pro Precision Brush, number 59, looks like this from Sephora. And I just like to dab this. It just really brightens your complexion up here. Just like to kind of dab it on top here. Alright, I don't have an eyeshadow primer from the drugstore. I've heard good things about the Wet n Wild Fergie one, never tried it or anything, so I'm just going to use my staple, which is Max Painterly Paint Pot. Ooh, looks like so. And I've been loving applying it with a not dual fiber, but like a synthetic brush like this. This is the Sigma Precision Flat P80 brush. Just prevents my fingers from getting all goopy and nasty. And I really like Max Painterly, so if you're looking for a higher end eyeshadow primer, I like this because it cancels out any discoloration. It really holds my shadows on, and I got way too much going on here. It really holds my shadows on, and my shadows show up true to color, but it does discancel. I just got back from the playground, so I'm like, I comb my hair and I just sat down and I just can't speak. You have to give a lot of instructions when you take your kids to the playground. We rode our scooters there, and Isaac rode his bike, so, you know. Anyways, I really do like this one, is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, if you're more yellow complected, soft ochre would be a better option for you. I am making shredded pork tacos for dinner, and I'm so excited. So, when my husband gets here on lunch, I'm going to run to the store and pick up the rest of the necessary ingredients. Okay, I'm going to tell you about the story about those. However, there's a black piece here. Okay, I am going to use the shadows that I cannot put down. And so I'm going to recreate that look I was wearing a couple weeks ago. And I'm going to be using both of the nudes 1 and 2. I do have a full Get Ready With Me review demo on these as well. It's the same video as the foundation. So, okay, so I'm going to start off with number 1, and I'm going to take the shade number 1. It's just this light color, and I like to start with the light shade and just dust it all over everything. So, what brush am I going to use to do that? I don't really care, just something. Let's use this. Is a Bare Minerals brush. Anyways, back to the thing. So, I made the taco meat the other day in the crock pot. It was my first day where I started kind of feeling better from the flu, so you're just lucky if you can stand on your feet long enough to focus. And I followed a recipe that I found online, and I didn't have regular cocoa, which you're thinking, cocoa? That's what I was thinking too. But when you're half feeling okay, you're just, whatever, it's what it calls for, dump her in. So the recipe for the shredded pork tacos calls for cocoa. And I have cocoa, but after I put it in, I looked at the container and it said dark cocoa, so dark chocolate, so it's kind of bitter. So, needless to say, it tasted like poop, like terrible, disgusting. My husband's like, I'm not eating that. So I've since doctored it up. I put in a little bit more tomato sauce, a little more chili powder, a little garlic, and it's good. So now it tastes good, but word to the wise, if a recipe calls for a specific kind, make sure you follow it, especially if it's a new recipe you're not familiar with, because it probably will get jacked up otherwise. I'm going to take shade number 3 here. It's like a matte taupey shade in the second palette, and I'm just going to use a fluffy brush to put that in my crease. We've been eating a lot of Mexican lately. I don't know why. I grew up eating a lot of tacos, but I didn't start making enchiladas until dating my husband, and he really likes shredded pork, shredded beef, shredded chicken enchiladas. So I used to make those a lot when we were first married. I haven't really been making those since. I don't know why. you know, when you make something a lot, you just kind of give up on it after a while. So anyways, I'm just going to throw this in my crease here. I like to put a shadow on, blend it, and then I like to look at a mirror like straight on so I can see how even it is and how even it's blended. So it takes a while. Like, I put on a shadow, I blend, put on a shadow and blend. I don't just put on a shadow, blend, and then move to the next. Like, it's a process to make sure it's all nice and blended. I have a random question. Do any of you live in Washington, like the state? And if you do you like it? Does it rain a lot? And I think that's all I want to know. I'm going to grab shade 5 in the second palette here, and I'm going to use a E25 blending brush from Sigma, just kind of a tapered one here. And I can't remember the exact colors that I used in the video. I know I used all the taupey shades in both palettes, so that's all I can recall. Let me just fix my things here. And I'm just going to start a little bit, let's see, a little bit below that first color here and just start deepening up the crease area. Is this bright enough? Let's see. I have my light turned up. Maybe it is. Okay, we'll just deepen this sucker up here. As I have said time and time again, I'm truly and utterly impressed with these L'Oreal palettes. If I could recommend any eyeshadows from the drugstore at this point that you could just run out and pick up these. You will not be disappointed. You will thank me, actually. Now I'm going to take this one right here, number 8 in the first palette. It's like a taupey color with a little bit of a sheen to it. And I'm going to take an outer V brush by Makeup Geek and just kind of start to deepen up that outer V area here a little bit. I like to go light if I can to remind myself, and then build the color up as I need to. Alright, so I'm just kind of tapping this in my outer third and then blending it up into the crease. Probably not using the correct brush for this, but whatever. Then I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, shade 4 in the second one. It's a matte shade, and I'm going to put a little bit of that in the crease too and blend it out so it's not too shimmery up in here, you know. Then I always just take a blending brush and blend out my edges after I apply colors. Just so that when you apply one, you blend it out, apply one, you blend it out, so it continues to be blended the whole time. Now for my lid, I'm going to use these two colors here. I'm going to apply the number 9 and the number 10 out of the first palette, and I'm going to start with the number 9 all over and then pop the number 10 in the center of my lid. And I'm going to use that. I like this brush a lot from MAC. It's a 239 brush. It just works well for applying shadow to your lid. It's like a silvery taupe color. Really pretty on. This shade number 10 in this palette that I'm popping in the center here is stunning. It is so, so gorgeous. I love it. I just love how it's so brightening. It's really pretty all over the lid by itself too. So now in between my outer V and my where I popped that silver color, I need to put something there to kind of blend up. I'm going to use this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5 in the second one. It looks like that. And I'm going to take a clean brush here of some sort. This one, similar to the 239, and just kind of put that out here to blend the two. Now before we move on to mascara, I gotta carry this down to my lower lash line here. So I'm gonna kind of dip into all 3 of these a little bit here and just kind of mix them and smoke out my lower lash line because I can't decide which ones I actually want to use. So we're just gonna use them all. And I'm gonna use the Makeup Geek outer V brush just because it's still pointed and it's kind of has those colors already on it. And this is what I love to do. I love to take the shadow and smoke out my lower lash line. It's just a soft way to really define the eye. Even though we're going to go in with some black eyeliner anyways. I'm going to pop that number 10 shade out of the first palette on my inner corner and a little bit on my brow bone. This color, oh, I love this shade. It is such a brightening, beautiful color. Oh my gosh. So I love the Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Eye Booster, and I don't have that right now. That's a liquid eyeliner. That's great. I don't have it. The only thing I have from the drugstore right now that I love and use every single day is the Inglot Gel Eyeliner. I realize you can't just go out and get this, but it's only $13 and you can order it off their website. It is fabulous. I am not going to do a wing today, but by all means, if you love a wing, do a wing. I'm not going to do a wing. I've actually forsaken the wing for the past couple weeks. I'm over it right now, so I'm just doing regular eyeliner across my eyelid here. I'm also I'm watering my waterline. I'm also putting eyeliner on the Inglot eyeliner on my waterline, and it stays. So that's another reason I love it. I'm not sure if this is drugstore or not. I got this in my Ipsy bag a while back, and I don't get my Ipsy bag anymore, but it's $10 a month, so I figure, well, maybe this is an affordable product. I don't even know where you can buy it, but if you have a blue, any sort of a blue eyeliner of any kind, this one just happens to be liquid. I know that you can pick those up. Probably NYX makes one, I would assume. I'm just going to kind of to tie in my blue shirt here. I'm going to take a little bit, and I actually had blue eyeliner on in that video. It was very discreet because I didn't do a lot of it. I just did a little bit of it over, a smidgen over, so there's just a peek of it peeking out from the black just to kind of give a different look. And with my blue eyes, I just thought it was kind of complimentary. So I'm going to take this very carefully. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it on camera. And just go over the black and overline it a little bit so you can see the blue. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my mascara and my eyelashes off camera, but my favorite ones right now, I love Ardell's Wispies, but I'm out of those. So these ones are kind of similar. The Red Cherry number 43s, I wear these all the time. You can pick these up in a pack of 3 off of Amazon, really cheap. And I'm just going to apply any old mascara because it's not going to matter because it's going to not be seen. So I'll be right back. Alright, so my lashes are on. I'll zoom you guys in here when I'm done. Lips. As far as I'm concerned, the drugstore has it going on for lipstick. Like, that is my favorite product from the drugstore. So many brands, so many different options. All of them are really good. Like, truly, most lip products from the drugstore are pretty fabulous. I have a wide array of brands and finishes and glosses myself. So as far as this look goes, like, this is a very neutral taupey eye. We did a pink cheek to kind of match my nails and my outfit and stuff, but you could really take this look anywhere. So we could do any lip. We could do a nude. I love to do a nude with kind of like a smokier taupey eye. I'm thinking about going a little bit more bold today, though, just because I've been wearing a lot more nudes lately. And so I'm thinking like a purpley pink, and I'm going to kind of concoct it. So the Maybelline Vivids have it going on. I'm currently obsessed with the ColourPop lippy sticks. I love Milani's lipsticks. Clearly, I have a few of them. The NYX, the butter glosses and the soft matte lip creams are pretty fabulous. So I'm just going to kind of concoct today. I'm going to take ColourPop's lippy pencil in the shade I Heart This. This is a $5 freaking amazing lip liner. Super pigmented, glides on, creamy. Like, I'm barely putting pressure. Kind of darken my corners there. And then I'm going to take the Maybelline Vivid shade in Hot Plum. Looks like this. I haven't worn this in a while and I want to. It's kind of like a purpley pink. Don't worry, it'll all make sense in the end. That is definitely a bright lip, isn't it? And then I'm going to take the ColourPop lippy stick in I Heart This and kind of color in the outer portion. So it's a little bit more fluorescent kind of in the front, just kind of pulls your lips forward. So if this is like, whoa, way too bold for you, like I said, rock a nude lip. You could rock a red lip with this. You could rock whatever kind of lip color you're feeling. That's just kind of how I was feeling today. I feel a little sassy.
safe tonight. Fight the break of dawn, come.
So here's the finished look, guys. Everything that I used, I truly love, I adore, I recommend. Let me zoom you back out here. I'm super pleased with this foundation. It will last and stay this demi matte all day. The blush, the highlighter, the lip, like everything about all the things that I use, I'm really in love with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first video in my new Cent-sible Chic. I was laying in bed one night and that name came to me. I kid you not. I was laying in bed and I was thinking about my channel and it just came to me and I'm like, I'm rolling with it. So stay tuned for next week, and then I'm going to do this for about a month, and if you guys really like it, maybe I'll continue to do it even longer, but it's not always going to be a get ready with me type of thing. There's going to be different things, incorporate different types of things. So I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day, and I can't wait to chit chat with you soon. Bye.